everyone, Flora here. So today I wanted to share with you something that I feel is really, really important that a lot of coaches and also people who are looking for coaches tend to miss the boat on. And it's kind of normal, especially if you're new to coaching or if you're new to hiring a coach. So I truly believe that before anyone hire a coach or anyone work with a coach, or if you're a coach, what you should know before allowing someone to hire you and you agreeing to work with someone is, for one, you want to work with someone who is very clear about what they want. So if you meet with a potential client or if you're meeting with a potential coach and you're not clear on what you want to get out of the coaching relationship, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. The second thing is you need to be ready, willing, and able to do the work. You need to be willing to go just outside of your comfort zone and do something different. Because if you want something different, you have to do something different. So the third thing also is to understand that to get results, it takes time. It takes time. So if you hire a coach and you're not clear on what it is that you want, you're not willing to do the work or take actions, or you're not willing to go just outside of your comfort zone, and you procrastinate, you make excuses on why you can't do things and why now's not the right time. And also, if you're not patient and understanding to know that it does take time to get results, then you are not ready for a coach. And also know that if you are a coach and you find people that are coming to you that aren't clear, that aren't willing to go outside of their comfort zone, and who make excuses why they can't do things, and they're not patient, they don't understand that getting lasting results takes time, don't hire them as a client. Don't agree to work with them. When I was just getting started as a coach, I worked with anybody that would pay me. And unfortunately, that it made for a really bad coaching experience, simply because I would have these coaching conversations with people, and they're like, yeah, I'm totally ready to coach with you. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to coach with you. And so we get on the phone for our sessions, and they wouldn't do their homework or their action items. They wouldn't take any action in between sessions. They were always kind of being wishy-washy about what they wanted, and they would change their minds all the time. And they weren't willing to do the work, and they wanted all the results yesterday instead of, understanding that it takes time to get lasting results and lasting change. And so finally, I ended up just firing all those clients and just saying, you know what, this is not working. And I started to get really, really picky about who I wanted to work with. And so now I only work with people who have a very clear vision on where they are going and what they truly want in their life. I only work with people who are coachable, who are ready and willing to do things that they haven't done. Or if they have done them, maybe do things in a little bit of a different way. Because in order for you to get something new, you have to do something new. And I only work with people who don't procrastinate, who don't make excuses, or at least don't sit in those excuses. Sometimes we have excuses and we're like, yeah, okay, this is an excuse, but I understand that this is an excuse, and I'm willing to get outside of it. And then, I only work with people also who understand that if they want to build a business, it's not going to happen overnight. You do have to have certain things in place in your foundation so that that foundation is solid, so that when you want to get into that growth stage, or you are into that growth stage, you're growing your business and your company on that solid foundation. Now, whether I'm doing business coaching or personal and spiritual coaching, it's all the same. You have to build that solid foundation first. And so, there's a lot of people now that want to work with me that I'm like, no, we're not a good fit. And sometimes that pisses people off, and that is okay. You know, I'm not for everyone, but I am the bullshit eliminator, and I call people on their bullshit, and I tell them, you know, I don't think you're ready for a coach, because what it sounds like you're just stuck in your excuses, and you're not willing to get outside of those excuses, and you want results yesterday, and it's going to take some time to basically unfuck what you fucked up, you know. And we all fuck up from now, you know, we don't know what we don't know. And so there are times when we fuck up, or we make bad choices, or we make choices that we're like, oh, I can't believe I did that. Oh, you know, and the key is to own those choices and say, okay, so now what can I do? Now that I know that I'm here, what's the next step? And when I see someone not even owning the choices that they've made in their past, I'm like, no, we're not a good fit. And so, really, really allow yourself, if you are a coach, or if you're looking to hire a coach, make sure that you are very clear in what you want and where you're going, that you're willing to do the work. You are willing to get outside of your comfort zone, and you're willing to let go of all the bullshit excuses that you've had in the past, or that you currently have, and that you understand that change happens over time, not overnight. Now, when I say over time, it could mean 3 months, it could mean 6 months, it could mean a year, depending on your level of commitment to actually doing the work. So, and if you are a coach who is interviewing people through strategy sessions or whatever, and you see that they're not coachable, that they're not clear on where they are or where they want to go, and they want change in an unrealistic time frame, I would not recommend hiring them as a client or working with them, simply because it's not worth it. No matter how much money they pay you, it is not worth it. You know, I always tell people that I don't work for the paycheck. I work for your testimonial. I work to help you get the results that you know you are ready to get. So I just wanted to share these 3 things that I wish everybody would know before hiring a coach, or hiring or agreeing to work with a specific client. But, you know, I hope that this helps you, because, you know, like I said, I've seen a lot of people waste a lot of time and money with coaches that just want to accept everybody, but they're not ready for a coach. And so it's okay if you're not ready for a coach. It's okay if you are stuck in excuses. It's okay if you're comfortable with where you're at. There's going to be a time when you're like, you know what? Screw this. I am not okay with being stuck in this space anymore. I am not okay with mediocre. I am not okay with not being clear with what I want, you know? And if you're ready, if you're at that point where you really are ready for change, and you're very clear about where you want to go, and you're ready and willing to do the work, whatever it is, to get out from where you are, and you understand that you didn't get where you are overnight, and so it's going to take a little bit of work to get you out from where you are, then you are ready for a coach. So I just wanted to share that with you today, because like I said, this has really been something that I really needed to share. This is all about getting intentional, getting very, very intentional about your life and about where you're going. You know, yesterday we spoke about reading books with intention. Don't just read whatever just because somebody recommended it. If that's not what you need in your life, don't read it, you know? And so today it's about getting intentional about, am I ready to work with a coach? Not everybody needs to work with a coach. Some people are self-motivated. Some people are self-directed and self-guided, so they don't need a coach to help guide and direct them. Other people need coaches. I have 3 business coaches because there are certain things that I want to accomplish in my business that I have